Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US Indices for, well, Thursday the 17th of June. So I think today we've seen a bit of a jump in the yields, so let's just check on those and the dollar as well. So this is the US dollar here, and I've had this move. This is a daily chart. I've had the move up through here as a corrective pattern, as an A and a B and a C wave up here, because this first move in here was in three waves. So I've always felt that this low needs to be taken out, and we've watched it move up and we've watched it move down. I could probably put wave 1 here and wave 2 on the 61.8% mark around the 92 sort of area at that point. It's also possible that this correction as wave 4 here can actually get larger, so an A wave here, a B wave here and a C wave up here, so it could expand on itself as well, but at the same time it's still corrective. It could end up something like this, an A and a B and a C wave moving higher. So we'll just monitor that. But the takeaway here, of course, is that the US dollar has pushed up higher here, and also the yields have started to push up a bit higher now too. So the 10-year bond here. So this is a daily chart as well, and maybe I need to lift it up a degree of structure in the labeling, but apart from that, I was counting all the way, counting all the way up through here and looking for this top, and then looking for this wave 3 top here, then looking for an ABC correction. I thought it might have had one more little leg down through here, but that's not the case. So let's just see how that spike goes. Jeremy Powell played down any immediate risk of a rate rise, but we're seeing it in the markets here once again as well. So if this is going to push up from here, I don't quite have an impulse wave here just yet, but it looks quite good. I mean, wave 4 can get complicated as well, so we'll need to just be a little bit mindful. I'll do a little bit more work on this particular pattern, but we could say just a break of that trend line there, or support on that trend line, would see this move up to the next to the major level 2 here for that. So that's going to put, and when it gets to here, of course, being a major level, it will have a correction. So we can look at I'm not that familiar with this program, so let's just get this here. So that will be wave 5 of 3. So while this is in a rally here, then we'll expect our stock markets to correct while this is moving up. So we'll just confirm this first, and then we'll see, then once that's finished up here, then we'll see a larger move down for this wave 4, which will give us another rally, of course, in the stock. So yeah, look, that's sort of where that is. So tomorrow, over the next few days, we'll just keep an eye on that, see if we actually get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little impulse waves to the upside. If that's the case, then we know that stocks have turned at that point. So with stocks, just starting with the Russell here, we had wave 3 here with a triangle pattern for wave 4, and then counting up here as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we can get 5 waves out of this last little move here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for this. On the tick chart, the hourly chart, it just seems a little bit short of 1 wave. So let's from the low here, I've got 1 and 2, and we counted up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, the fourth wave. Fourth wave is a little bit small, and then we counted 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave, fourth wave. The fifth wave, I don't know, didn't really make a nice sort of high about all of that, but I have to say that it does appear that we do have a little impulse wave to the downside here. So if that's correct, then we'll see a little, corrective rally here, and then another move down at that point. So we'll keep an eye on that. We're out of this trade. We were long here, we took some profit here, and we were out here, so I can remove those now. So we could look for short trades. I do want to get a bit of confirmation first on a few things, but in this instance here, we will have the problem with this really is that the other side of the coin here is that this wave 4 here could actually be over here as well. If we looked at this as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here. So, but either way, what will happen is that if we get this rally next, which it looks like it's trying to do off this low here, then that will give us a low that we could look to short at, but we'll go for the second low over here, or we'll be able to draw a line through it, or we'll do something, but we're just not there yet for this. So I want to gather some more information before we short. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the Russell. The S&P 500, we're looking for the, well, I've got two counts here. One of them is this wave 3 here, which is probably the case actually. This one here, so that darker blue one over here, but in one way or another, a third here for this. So from this wave 4 here, we were just counting up as we're looking for 5 waves between these two here. So pretty simple as 1 and 2. And nice third wave and fourth wave here, a little bit complicated. And this one here has been really struggling through here. But it's really got, I guess, when you look at the third wave here, yeah, then normally when you get the strength in the third wave, or the length in the third wave, then wave 1 and wave 5 will be sort of roughly the same. So they kind of look a little bit the same in sort of length anyway. So we can have that top in play there. We'll drill in there and do some more work on that. So let's just go to the 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour chart, we've been looking at this as wave 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here. And I have rearranged this here as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and going up for 5 here to finish this off here. But the important thing here is that to confirm a downtrend, I'll need to see 5 waves. So it looks like we've got 1 and 2 in here, doesn't it? So that could be a nice third wave in here. This could be a 4th wave rally. And then we would have the 5th wave down here. So we really need to see that, because if we get 5 waves in the opposite direction of the trend, and this is the trend here, and if we get 5 waves in the opposite direction, then we can look at an ABC pattern here. And then we can look to, well, we can do the same things. We can draw a line through here. If you can work out the bottom of the B wave, you can short there. You can short there, but only short here, of course, once you see the rally here. If this is only in 3 waves here, then this market was going to push up from that point. If it's only left in 3 waves, so that's something that we need to examine further. We'll have a look at the hourly chart, but it's not quite going to help us. We still need to see 5 waves there. So as you can see here, we can see this 1 here and 2 here, and we could look at this as the 3rd wave here. The 4th wave's a bit big. It's the end of the session, so it jumps around a bit, but we'd still, even if we looked at that as wave 4 here, we would still need to see another new low here, and then we would also need to see this rally here as well. So we don't, I cannot confirm that we've got a top in the market yet. It's quite as easy for this market to have another high here on the S&P. So there's something we just have to work through, unfortunately. And also too, we've been looking for a top in stocks too, with the Alphabets and Amazon and Apple. They had all those corrective rallies, so we'll be checking on those today as well. And the other thing too is that they can all look like they top together, but in fact, some of them move ahead of some of the leaders and followers in indices, not so much in indices, but in sectors, in stocks and things. So yeah, I mean, like the Russell, it it looked like it had 5 waves down, you know, where this one here's only got 3 waves down. For the NASDAQ, as you know, we're also looking for, if we use this as wave 3 here, and this is wave 4 over here as an A and a B and a C wave, we're looking for 5 waves up through here, right, as wave 5 here. So going from wave 4 to wave 5 here. Once again, we could look at from wave 2 here to wave 3. When we look at wave 1 here, it's quite small. So we can look at wave 1 here as the length, because if the extension's in wave 3 here, then wave 5 will be roughly the same. It's a little bit shorter. I was sort of expecting it sort of around 14.5. I still think there could be another little move to the upside here for this. So let's just drill in a little bit further. This is an intraday chart. So from wave 4 here, I've got wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here. And yeah, I mean, we're looking from wave 4 to wave 5 here. I was looking for 5 waves of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in this instance, I see this, I mean, there's a problem here because this wave 4 is overlapping wave 1 at this point. I know that we could sort of end this in an ending diagonal triangle and so on, and that's all possible, but I think it's a little bit early to call that kind of thing in. But either way, I was thinking that there was one more move here. So we're expecting sort of Thursday to be the bearish day and then Friday to be bullish. So let's just see if Friday, I mean, if Friday is bearish, so in our bullish weekly cycle, we look for Thursday being the bearish day and then Friday and Monday being bullish days and following through on the Tuesday. So that's kind of playing out a little bit. There's only, you know, it's only this overlap here that causes a problem at this point. So let's just sort of see. I mean, the 13,800 here would have to become a nice resistance really to sort of pull this market down. So from the top here, we could look at this as 5 waves as well, but it has rallied quite high here, you know what I mean? So 2, 3, which we would need to see this, you know, that's what we're looking for. Then we'll see the rally here, and then this helps us because we get 5 here. That means we'd get another 5 over here, and we can look to go short in this rally if we've got a really clear 5 wave structure here, really clear impulse wave. Then we can look to short at the 50-60% retracement level. Otherwise, we can, you know, start drawing lines and, you know, all that sort of stuff. Go back to kindergarten sort of thing. So yeah, let's just see how this plays out first. We're looking for a top. Is this the top? I don't know. Not enough sort of evidence at this stage for this. So I've moved this stop just up under this low here, but it could be counted as an A and a B and a C. The C wave's rather sharp, I have to say, and there's not a lot of equality in the A and the C wave in terms of length. But yeah, I'm still 1 wave short. I mean, I could sort of squeeze it in. I could put this green wave 1 sitting on top of this little dude here as 1 and 2 here. And then 3 and 4 and 5 here, but I don't really even have a nice 5 wave structure in here actually. It's another problem. But yeah, let's just give it another session. And I think the real key is, will Friday be bullish or will Friday be bearish? Because in the bullish weekly cycle, we want to see Friday being the bullish day, firming up on the Thursday arvo. But if Friday is bearish, then that tells me that we've got a change in trend at that point. Okay, so let's have a look at some stock. So I won't go into, we'll have a look at the bigger picture, but basically here we're looking for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here. and then going up for wave 5. I'm short one wave here as well, because maybe I could squeeze wave 1 and 2 into here, but yeah, it's pushing it a bit. But 1 and 2 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 the third wave, fourth wave. So I'm thinking here too we need one more little move here. I don't have 5 waves down here just yet. I've just got the same. I've got the 3 wave move here. So if this goes out through here, not that you need to short it here, and I better remove that line there just in case, but you know, if we do have a move down here further, then we'll see if we get 5 waves then. But even when if we do, we'll get a retracement, and then we'll get another move down from that point. So we're close to the top. And like I've kept on saying, coming up into the tops here, is that markets don't always finish off the way that you would like them to. But what we can look for is the impulse wave to the downside. In this case, on the daily chart here, this is, I always felt that this was a nice sort of image of markets, you know, and commodity markets as well, you know, like crude oil. I think it was a bit softer. We're looking at to have a turn at 72, looking to top out. Yeah, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and then 5. So the whole bull trend is not over at this point. You know, the Feds will probably come in and start, you know, putting some feed in the trough at this point. Here somewhere, but yeah, all we've been doing is tracking this little 5 wave structure up here, and as you can see here, we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then we're looking for 5 waves in here. I just felt we're short one little wave here, but that's 5 waves in this section. I'll label that at some point, but yeah, okay, so that's that. And Amazon is also very close as well, so let's just go to the daily chart here just for a moment so we can lock in here. So this is what this looks like. So this moved down through here as wave 1 or wave A, and then we're looking for an A and a B and a C wave, 5 waves in this C wave here for wave 2 here, and then we're looking for wave 3 down. So yeah, I mean, look, just because I've drawn it down doesn't mean it's going to go down. We need to get evidence for that next move. We've traded this long here, and we've gotten out in our box. But once again, we need evidence that the market's moving lower at this point. And I certainly don't have that. So let's just go to the tick chart. So in this case, we're looking for, from the low here, coming down here, we're looking, it could be counted as 5 waves, but wave A here, or an A, B, C for the A wave, an A and a B and a C for the B wave. And then we've been counting up through here. So wave 1 here and 2 here, and then 1 here and 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the third wave, fourth wave here, and the 5th wave to make 3rd and 4th, and the 5th wave. Now this 5th wave here, it may be a top in here. I could bring that 5th wave across here, or it could be just wave 1 here and 2 here and 3, 4, and 5 here to finish off. I'm not quite sure here about how that tops off here, but you could say that we're not in this trade anymore, so we don't need these things. We don't need that. So we could mosey this on over to here, to this wave 4 here. I don't need that. It didn't pull back to that. And yeah, I mean, just as a bit of a guide stick, we could look to short that. But I'm not going to put it there just yet, because I still want to see 5 waves down. Okay, so we don't need that. But yeah, let's see. I'll put that there. But that would be the top there, of course, you know. Or we've got this top. I don't know. These are things. That's why we have to wait for wait for it to play out a little bit. I mean, obviously the money's in the turn, but so is the risk, and you know. So that's that. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, so square. So with square, we've had wave 3 here with an A and a B and a C wave through here. We know wave 4s can get a little bit uglier. So from that top to this bottom here, this box is the retracement level here. We've also got the trading levels, so major level 2 here. Then we've got 1, 2, and 3 that make up minor group 1. And it's just reacting from that minor group 1. It doesn't have support on that level there, so that will be a bit of a telltale sign of is it going to be bullish. So it would need to find support on that level there. So we'll just give that, give it a little bit of time, because it's just arrived there, and in the classic trading levels pattern it's just got the arrival here, so it's got the reaction. So we want to see if it's got the first high above the level, and then it'll have its correction, and if it gets support back over here, then we'll move back in on the long side. But otherwise, if it fails here, then we'll pick it up on 220 as resistance here. Okay, I know that if it's going to move, if this is going to move lower with the rest of the markets, then it's the 220 that we want as a retested resistance to short. Okay, so I think there's also one more little move up through here, so I won't bother going intraday here. We were long here, we've been stopped out, and I'll just let that play out there first, and we'll pick that up tomorrow. There's nothing really to do or look at that point. But in a nutshell, if the 230 becomes the support, we go long. If the 220, the pivot within group 1, becomes the retested resistance, then the market will be pulled down to the 200 at that point. And if it's going to be pulled to the 200, then it will be lower. It will pull down lower, because this is really just a bounce off this level here, and it's meeting supply, and that's where the front line is. So we'll catch it at 220. With Facebook here, we've been looking at wave 4 here with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and then we've been counting up for wave 5 here. The extension's in wave 3, so wave 1, wave 5 can be roughly looking much the same. So we've been counting up through here as 1 and 2 and 3 and, well, 3 to this point. So anyway, let's go to the tick chart and check on this. We're close to the top. So what I was doing is I was counting, so we've got from 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and looking up for wave 5 here. But we don't have that coming into play just yet. I can't really put wave 5 here for this, because yes, it has made a new high, but it hasn't given me the 5 waves up from this point. So I'm thinking that this here is the A wave here, the B wave here, and a C wave coming into play here for wave 4 that can pull back to this wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here before we head up to wave 5 here. So I'm just looking at this here. I can see in this strong move here, I can see we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here. A bit dodgy down here for the 5th wave, but it'll be there, and all of this would be wave 1 and 2 here. So an A and a B and a C for 2, 3 here and 4 here, coming back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. So I think that let's just assume for a moment that we need to make another low here for wave C, and then this moves up here. So I think either way we've got it covered, because if this is just going to rise a little bit, and then if it makes a new low here, then that would give us 5 waves down. So then if this is correct as an A and a B and a C, and then moving higher here, that would be fine. But if after these 5 waves come down here, then we'd be able to short under that once that rallies at that point, and then we can use that 5 waves as the first 5 waves, as you know, as wave 1 and 2 and 3. So once again, we need another session here to bring this down and to bring it back up again at that particular point. So it's not ready to short yet, because we can't do it. We can't do it just yet for this. unless this is up in 5 waves here. I don't think so. I think that's 5 waves from here to here. So we're still left with this 1 and AB. So I think we've got a little A and B and C here for this, for wave B here. We're going down for wave C. It may be finished already because of this here, so we might not get a new low here. But yeah, I mean, even if that is 5 waves down through here, based on, well, 1 and 2 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here, and then some sort of ABC for 4 here, and then down for 5 here. A bit small compared to wave 1 here, but yeah, and things get a bit weird. So yeah, I mean, if this was going to rally, then it would just rally back to the, if that low was in place there as 5 waves, then it would just rally back to the 50-60% retracement level here and then move down from that point. So if it moves up there and then you see it making a new low here, then look for the 330 to get a small position on the short side. If it gives an A and a B and a C here and then fails and then makes a new low below here, then look for the short trade setup, which could be nice and neat and tidy like this if that was the 330. So allow it to move through the level and then retest it. Then you've got that low and the second low. It could get a bit more complicated where it comes back above the level. So it moves through here and comes back. And this is why you should always wait. The breakout's important, but it's not the whole picture. So the retest is the other side of the coin. So just refining that basic technical analysis a step further. So once that low's in place here and it comes back to check the level, then you can use this second low or this one over here for that sort of thing. So it could get a bit more complicated if that is going to be the case on the short side. We don't know yet. We don't have enough evidence across the market. We're just shooting the breeze over it. So this one here looks like it can move up further. So that would support my NASDAQ theory of that moving higher. Okay, let's have a look at Apple. So with Apple here, we're looking at a top in play here with 5 waves down, and then with those 5 waves down, we were looking for a corrective move in 3 waves here, back to supply levels for wave B, and then we're looking for this to move down. It's rather big for a wave 2 here, so I may have to relabel it but from an A wave to a B wave here or something. But as you know, I was looking for a little A wave and ABC for the B wave here and then the C wave up here. So in that case, we're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like it's got one more move here as well. I haven't looked at the tick chart today, so let's have a look at that. So let's get some more data in here. Okay, so yeah, so the market's come down here. We're looking at this as wave 1 or a wave A, and then an A wave, an ABC here for the B wave, and then we're trying to count 5 waves up here. There was a couple of different ways we could do it, but the primary one was wave 1 here and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here, and then going up for wave 5. So let me just check on this a little bit. So we're looking for wave 4 and 5 there. I mean, this looks like it's in 5 waves here. So I'm wondering if I need to put wave 4 over here for that. It would seem logical, wouldn't it? Because that looks like it's in 3 waves here. So an expanded flat. That looks quite impulsive to the upside as well, so that's probably going to give us our 5th wave over here, and this is our box, so we can just extend. That just pulls back to the price once the program's closed each time. But so we could actually get wave 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 coming up into our target area a bit closer to finish that off there. Or we can have a top in place here, so really realistically, just copy that. I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? So we could look to short it under here. That's not a problem. Get a small position. I preferably use group 2 here for that, because when we're working with 110, 120, 130, they're minor levels, and the swing range for each of these is sub-level 1, 2, and 3 above and sub-level 2 below, so 65, 72, and 80 here. So it's not a good idea to short it really here. We need to get it sort of under here for that, so just bear that in mind. But for the diehards, that's a possibility, but otherwise we'll look for it lower down. Plus I want to get this is a bullish market, so calling a top in play is sort of dangerous business, so we really need to get the evidence. And like I mentioned at the beginning, the evidence is that we need to see an impulse wave to the downside. Now we do have, this would be an impulse wave to the downside here, but in this case I think it may just be part of the A, B and C wave here for that. But if that low gets taken out, then we'll know that that's the case and we won't be going up here for that. But like I say, different stocks will be doing different things, because they haven't, all the players in those groups are not on the same sort of page really as, as thinking the markets are going to top and turn, so to speak. Everybody's got different opinions, and each market itself is each product is an opinion within itself as a group. So until that group becomes consensus with the bigger groups, then they'll all top and turn in their own little ways. Okay. And the last one, Tesla here. So we've got wave A here, wave B here, and from wave B we're looking for 5 waves down for wave C of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for wave C, and this makes a reasonable wave 4 here, and we're looking at this between blue wave 4 and 5 here. We're looking for 5 waves, so we're considering this wave 1 here, and then back for wave 2, and then down for wave 3, 4 and 5 here. The other count for this though is having all of this down here as wave 1 here, and then an A and a B wave and, well, a C wave up into this box here. So we got 2 counts, so I thought that what we can do is we can short below here. We can also bring this here now over to closer to the 600, because this pattern across here is really all about the 600. So we really want the 600 as a retested resistance before we short it. That way it will keep us safe. If the market's going to move up here and we're looking for a retested short position below the 600, then we'll be safe at that point. Okay, so that's been our plan. Let's go in and take a closer look at that. Bring in some more data. Okay, so just while we're here, we've got wave 3 down here and blue wave 4 over here, a bit messy. And then we've got, in fact, that wave 1 doesn't go there, that can be moved over here. It's not right. So in this case we've got from wave 4 here, we've got wave 1 down here, and then we were looking for the correction to go back, 61.8%, right, yada yada yada. So we first had this move here, which is in 3 waves. So this is telling me, because it's in 3 waves here, it's corrective. It doesn't tell me really how high it could go, but it's telling me because it's in 3 waves here that it is corrective. I could go an A wave here, a B wave here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. I know that's really messy for wave C of 2 there, and that's what we had. And then we were considering, well, okay, that could also be a B wave in here, so we could have a we could have all this, the same thing as an A wave here. It could go there too, but here, so an A wave here, then an A and a B and a C wave here, and then the market can go up from that point. So that's what we were looking at. We thought, well, it could go up for wave 2 up here for that. So that's still possible. But now, it's good now, because this move down through here, if that wave 2 was correct, then we could bring this one in here as wave 1 here, And then this is the 50-60% retracement level. It looks a little bit low, sometimes a bit illusionary, but I'll just check it out. Oh yeah, 61.8%. So that has moved up here in 3 waves. It may just be the A wave. We'll need a B wave and a C wave. We'll check it out. But it does mean that or it might be just 38.2% from this point. Let's check on that. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. I need to count this. I mean, obviously I can see that this is wave 1 here. I need to confirm that it's 5 waves down. So wave 2 here, and it could be wave 3 here and wave 4 here at the 38.2%. Just saying. And then wave 5 here. So we just got to make sure they get trapped. So we need to sort out if there's any Elliott people that have gone through this and sorted this out. That would be good. Give us a count on this. So, I mean, that would be one of the next one. It's a bit messy in here, isn't it? Yeah, I just need to spend some time on that. So, without taking up your time. Yeah, I think I'll label it like this, but I still need to do some more work with it. So I've got 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here, and 5 here for wave 1, an A and a B and a C for 2 here. Don't go shorting this unless this logo gets taken out of place, and and don't put in a full trade either. Do something a little bit less, and we'll look to add a little bit further down here as well. We just want to be clear on that to make sure that this here is not a wave 4 sitting right here for that. Okay, let's just see how that plays out. So it may not play out as a short trade just yet. We may have to go higher for this, but there's a case for it, and it's a reasonable trade setup at this point. And the markets are sort of looking a bit weaker than they were, 2 or 3 days ago. So everything's kind of falling into plan. We'll probably make a few mistakes, but I'm sure we'll get a lot of it right as well. So we're getting close to that. So we'll pick it up tomorrow. Tomorrow will be important. The Friday will be really important for us getting our short trades set up in the right places. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.